Guys, you are welcome back against one to the channel. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would like you to subscribe to the channel so that you will be receiving more um, videos from us as we keep on um, uploading new videos in terms of giving you what you expect us to be giving to you: education, entertainment, a lot, political, a trend news, and the rest. So today we are going to have a discussion on one one of the biggest problem that our country is facing now. One of the biggest. And these things the government has invested so many like amount of money in terms of trying to combat it. And for some period now, we have not seen a single improvement from the government in their effort to combat it. So, what am I really talking about? I'm talking about Galamsey, illegal mining to be precise. Galamsey. For over a year now, there has been increase in a lot of um, diseases. But one of the most, or let me say two of the biggest problem that we have been receiving, and there have been a lot of research on that, is kidney failure and cancer. Kidney failure and cancer. And these cases, according to research that has been done, these cases is being located in locations, specific locations here in Ghana, specific locations. And these locations are Western region and Ashanti region. There have been a lot of kidney failure cases and cancers at those places. Kidney failure and cancer cases at these areas. Recently, there was a girl that was suffering from kidney failure, and it ended up it ended up in the news, and later we heard that the girl was dead and buried, and some of the politicians made some donations to help with the dialysis and the rest. If you don't know dialysis, dialysis is um in terms of kidney failure, your blood is not able to, the kidney is not able to filter the blood. You know, the kidney and we have something we call the spleen. They are responsible for making sure that the blood is being filtered to remove debris and the rest, the unneeded things from the blood. So in terms of kidney failure, the kidney is not able to filter the blood. Hence, there's accumulations of so many things, uric acid and the rest, all remains within your system. You get it? So, the dialysis is a way that we filter your blood to remove all these debris. And this process needs to be continued like twice within a week. And the cost of dialysis is not easy. And recently it was around 3.5. Then later they increased it to 900 or so. I think 900 or so. So most Ghanaians were complaining, why is it that the the government doesn't have mercy on the people having kidney failure? In terms of governing as a whole, there are some specific things that the government does to um to inform others or to inform some specific group of people that, oh no, you people need to abstain from this. You people need to abstain from that. You see, it's like a government putting tax on tobacco use. If the government increases tobacco use, the taxes on tobacco, it means that the government want us to stop using the tobacco, because if you see that, oh, there have been increase in the prices of tobacco, now if I've been taking tobacco like 1 cedi, and now you people have suddenly increased it to 5 cedis. Oh, let me stop taking it. How can you increase the price this way? So in terms, it helps the government to inform the society that no, this and that, you have to abstain from that. You see, so the the way the government made an increase in this dialysis, the prices for dialysis, I feel like the government wanted us as a Ghanaians to abstain from this abstain f- the government wanted us to abstain from this Galamsey and the rest. So somebody will ask me, oh, you have been giving us details and the rest. So how does Galamsey leads to kidney failure? How does Galamsey leads to kidney failure or cancer? The reason being that there are chemicals that is being used by the illegal miners in the process of extracting the gold from the ore. If you don't understand the extracting process that I'm talking about, it's about you trying to separate a mixture, using maybe a magnet. So in this process, the magnet is the chemical that we are talking about. In case you have a nails mixed with sand, and you want to remove the nails from the sand, you know, we prefer using magnet. Magnet can easily remove it. So you are separating the mixture from it. Hence, in this process that we are referring to, we are referring the magnet in this particular situation is the chemicals that the illegal miners use to extract the gold from the ore. So there are so many chemicals that they use in this process. We have cyanide, we have the sulfuric acid, we have ammonium nitrate and fuel oil. And we also have heavy metals such as mercury, uranium, and lead. You should bear in mind that all these metals has a negative effect on us as human beings. And their the process in Galamsey, they required water to to make sure that the sander or the degradation field that they are operating on is much. Hence, that can help them in washing the gold out, in separating the gold from its ore. So it requires water. So in situations whereby there is no even water bodies, they tend to find a source of water and pumps it into their degradation field, hence making the area muddy. And when there's a close by river or the rest, they tend to make way for the water to flow in their direction to mix with the degradation field, the sand that they are trying to extract the gold from. Hence, this process tends to affect the aqua life. You see, so these metals that we are taking in, let's look at when you get exposed to like cyanide, what are its effects? If I get exposed to cyanide, maybe during inhalation or skin contact and the rest, what happens to my body? It can lead to death, coma, high blood pressure, loss of consciousness because it affects the central nervous system. So you can easily lose your consciousness in terms it is related to the amount that you get exposed to. So if the amount that you get exposed to is is beyond the required amount, there's likelihood of you experiencing this side effect. You can get lung injury or seizure. Then the mercury too, one thing that we have noticed throughout my research that I have noticed is that um the lungs, when they get exposed to all the your skin, the kidney and the rest, when they get to in contact with these metals, these metals are heavy ions, and these ions, um like the mercury, they have effect on the nervous system, the digestive system and the immune system. Your lungs and kidney, you they tend to these metals have we have their metabolites, and the metabolites have a toxic effect on the kidney. Aside them having um a toxic effect on it, it makes, because it's ionic, it makes it difficult for your system to remove those metals from your system. So in terms, they tend to accumulate within your kidney, your cells, and some specific areas. And it makes it difficult to remove from your system. Example of this for you to understand what I'm referring to at this moment is you maybe using a perfume, or a perfume that contains aluminium. Initially we were using perfume that contain aluminium and the rest. And research got to know that through our research we got to know that this aluminium tends to combine with um lactic acid, then forms some sort um of mixture. Then it gets to store under our skin. If you are a lady, it gets to store around your breast area. Then through continual using of this product, then you are likely to get cancer of the breast and the rest. So this thing, I will make a video of it explaining to you how product or perfumes that contains aluminium tends to have a negative effect on our body. So don't worry, I will make video of it explaining into details how the products that contains aluminium and the rest tends to affect our body. So aside that, we have aluminium nitrate and fossil fuel. That one too is able to cause cancer. The ammonium nitrate is a chemical which is being combined with fuel oil, and mostly at the mining areas they call it NAFO, AMFO, AMFO rather. They call it AMFO, and they use it in blasting tunnels, in blasting um like rocks and the rest, for them to access specific area. They tend to blast it. So they use these chemicals in blasting those rocks and the rest. So we should bear in mind that exposed to these chemicals can also cause cancer. So in what way does people living in those areas get exposed to these chemicals that we are talking about. There are so many ways that people get exposed to the chemicals that we are talking about. One, the mercury, cyanide, sulfuric acid, the ammonium nitrate fossil fuel that we are talking about, the fuel that we are talking about. All these chemicals has a specific way of mixing with. Bear in mind that I told you that at the Galamsey side, they need a lot of water in washing out the gold. In trying to extract the gold, they need a lot of water. Hence, when it is closer to the river side and the rest, they tend to use the river. And hence, this mixture, the mud gets into the water body, then mix with the water streams. Then this the river tends to mix with the specific chemical that may be cyanide, mercury, and the rest. So it gets into the water body, then mix with it. Rivers and the rest, they flow to different places. So if this is the area that you are performing your galamsey and you have mixed the chemicals at a specific side here, maybe at that area, that chemical can flow to the different side along the stream. And those places too, we have um, farmers farming there, closer to the river, the stream. Some of the uh, miners may be using mercury, cyanide, and the rest. Then the farmers also tend to use the water. So in the process of using this water, maybe the area that they are using contains the cyanide. Then they use the cyanide in watering of their foodstuffs. It could be maybe fish farming and the rest. All these chemicals gets into then the fishes tends to pick these metals. You see, it could also be foodstuffs like cabbage and the rest. Then they tend to pick these metals. So after harvesting the food, you as a customer at the market, you are not aware that, oh, this particular foodstuff was brought from maybe this area where there have been a lot of galamsey going on. You may not be aware that the foodstuff is brought from, let me say, like Kenya, say, where there is a lot of galamsey, Bibiani, where there is a lot of galamsey. You are not aware that the foodstuff is from those specific areas. Then you tend to take it without any analysis on it. You tend to take it. It may be containing all these metals that we are talking about. It may contain all these metals that we are talking about, and you are not aware of it. Then you tend to take the metal inside you. So continuous intake of these foodstuff from these particular areas, then the metals start to build up within your system, bit by bit. It could be this small, minute, that you are not aware of it. Then it will build up in your system. As time goes on, then it tends to damage your kidney, cause maybe cancer. It tends to cause cancer that you are not aware of. So for this reason, that's the reason why there have been a lot of kidney failure cases, cancer cases in areas where there's a lot of Galamsey going on, especially in the Ashanti region and the Western region. Most of the kidney failure cases that our hospitals, our health institutions have been receiving, kidney failure cases and cancer cases, are from these specific areas, the Ashanti region and the Western region, where there are a lot of Galamsey going on, a lot of Galamsey mining areas within this area. And we buying foodstuffs that we don't know that they have these foodstuffs are from these particular areas, and this foodstuff or the plants have also absorbed these metals into the foodstuff that we are taking, tends to have a negative effect on us. For example, if I don't know that the foodstuff that I bought from the market is from this specific mining areas, to be precise, the Ashanti region and the Western region. And you might not know that this um, foodstuff has absorbed this metal, that the mercury, the lead, and the rest that we are talking about. You may not know that the foodstuff you are taking contain all these metals. So if it contains maybe cyanide, the cyanide has negative effect on the kidney. One, why am I saying this? When the cyanide is within your system, it has a nephrotoxic effect on it, on your kidney. If you don't know your kidney, you can search and see how it is. So we have um a shape like a cup shape structure there that we call the nephron. The nephron. So when the nephron gets exposed to this um cyanide metabolites, then it gets, because it is anionic, it gets to accumulate within the kidney. Meanwhile, these cyanide metabolites are nephrotoxic to that your nephron that we are talking about. So as time goes on, as the cyanide gets accumulate within your system, then it gets it will get to a stage that it will start what? Destroying the nephron. So by the time that you get to know, then maybe your nephrons are damaged. And bear in mind that the nephron is not only just one nephron that we are talking about. It is you have a millions of these nephrons. So it is a process. It will not just take a day to destroy your your nephron. But there are situations that it could take like a year to destroy, in case you are constantly getting exposed to these metals from the food. Maybe you may be the one using the cyanide or the mercury in mining. So those into mining, those who have been using these metals also have a likelihood, because as time goes on, you'll be using it. You have been using it consistently. Hence, you get exposed to it. So you tend to have the negative effect on it. The lady that got kidney failure at the Western region, research, or from my analysis, my investigation that I've done, is that the she was somehow into um going to Galamsey site. Oh, let's go and wash. Those people, they have ladies that have been washing it for her. And someone was telling me that she used to do that. She used to do that. So how would we able to stop all this Galamsey that? I think most of the problem that we are having today It's as a result of our politicians not able to keep up to their promises. One, if you are a politician and you give fake promises that, oh, um we will do this, that, we will do that for this community throughout the mining process. We will make sure that the funds that we obtain from this community, we will use some in building this maybe a bridge for the community. You will be ensuring that you people will have employment. You will give them all these fake promises, and when they start mining, the people don't have any doesn't have any benefit from the mining process. They don't get anything. They don't have any benefit from this mining. Then you will be destroying their lands and properties, and you expect them to stay there. That is the reason why they are also into Galamsey. Because if you, the government, is taking it and using the money anyhow, and they don't benefit from it, and they know that the lands that you people are using is theirs, you don't expect them to be quiet and not saying anything, or not doing anything. So continuous promises from the politicians has resulted in anger of the youth, because the politicians have not been fulfilling their promises. Hence, the youth has also taken the law into their hands that, oh, if they are not doing this for us, then we will also involve ourselves into Galamsey, because they are taking our resources from our community and we are not gaining anything from it. That is the reason why the king, the Omanhene, the chief of Doma said that they have a lot of gold over there. They have a lot of gold in Doma. But for them to allow the government to extracting the gold from their lands, the government has to change their policies. The government has to change their policies on gold mining before they will allow the government to be operating on their soil. One, one cause of this could also be widespread of poverty. There's no work for them. The government promised them employment and there is no work, so they are not able to get money to cater for their family and the rest. So they tend to involve themselves into these Galamsey activities. Lack of alternative income. They don't have a definite source of income because they don't have jobs within their location. Meanwhile, the government is taking their resources away. You don't expect them to stay there. So they too, they will make sure that they will also extract the resources themselves. That is the reason why there is consistent increase in Galamsey. Unemployment leading to poverty and the rest. So another point is mining mismanagement. The government mining and extracting the gold from their community, and the resource that comes, the revenues that the government generate, they don't have any benefit from it. The government misuse it. You don't expect them to stay there. They will react. You see, and also the people over there, maybe it could be that, oh, the illiteracy rate is high. You know, some of them are not educated enough to use the specific or the specific pattern that they can use to gain benefit from these mining companies and the rest. It could be that they are not educated enough. They don't know the side effect of the chemicals that they are using. All these leading to this increase in kidney failure cases and the rest. So the continuous exposure to all these metals and the rest will lead to kidney failure and cancer cases. That is the reason why there have been so many kidney failure cases here in Ghana in recent times because of increase in Galamsey. Because of increase in Galamsey, that is the reason why there have been a lot of kidney failure cases and cancer cases in Ghana, especially in the Ashanti region and Western region. Western region, there have been a lot of kidney failure cases over there, cancer and the rest, as a result of Galamsey, as a result of illegal mining. So someone will ask, oh, Sammy, if you are telling us this, if you are telling us that, so what is the best way that the government can use? What's the best way that the government can use? Or what policies would you prefer that the government use? One, the politicians have to keep up to their promises. They have to keep up to their promises. If you promise the people that, oh, we are going to use the funds that we generate from mining and the rest, we are going to make sure that we build hospitals, we do this, we do that. You have to ensure that all these things happens in case you take some people land from them and use it in all this mining process and the rest. You have to ensure that the people is being compensated very well. You get it. Aside that, you have to make sure that these people are being employed. They have um, a definite or alternative source of income. Hence, they will definitely go into Galamsey. They will definitely go into Galamsey. Aside that, the mining policies should be implemented. The mining policies should be implemented because of corruption and the rest. These laws are there, but we are not able to implement it due to our corrupt behavior, the bribery and the rest. We are not able to implement these policies. And if we don't take care, a time is coming that our waters, those in the mining areas, Western region and Ashanti region, your waters will not be safe. The foodstuffs that your farmers will be planting there will not be safe for you people. If those in these mining areas don't take care, a time is coming that the foodstuff that your farmers will be planting and the rest, either maize, cassava and the rest, it will not be safe for you people to take. Because when the plant starts up taking up these metals, this mercury, cyanide, sulfuric acid, it tends to build up within your system because you will be taking in the food stuff. So these metals start to build up in your system and gradually causing damages for uh, um, um, within specific areas within your body as time goes on. So aside that, that is it. The areas that the government gives out to these mining companies, the government has to make sure that the people are benefiting from the Galamsey, from the mining, and um, ensure that those lands taken from the farmers and the rest, they are being compensated very well. And the rest of the revenues that we generate from this mining, we have to ensure that we use it perfectly. We don't misuse it because in terms of any misuse, it build up um, anger and the rest within the people living in those areas. Aside that, we have to give the local people opportunity into these mining companies. I can't be I can't be within my community. You come and take my land. I am unemployed. I have experience in mining. I know how it works. Maybe I went and studied engineering concerning mining engineering, and you employ somebody from maybe Volta region to come and operate within my area, whilst a lot of us over there have degrees, have masters in these particular areas. They will not agree to it. They will not accept it. There is no way they are going to accept it. So I want us all help. I want us all to help um, in a way so that we can help the government as a whole to stop or put an end to Galamsey. If we don't put an end to Galamsey, a time is coming. The food that we take in will not be safe for you and I. Maybe I may be in BA, maybe I may be in Y and the rest. But the food that I'll be taking, I don't know exactly where the food came from. It may be that it's from God, so it's from BBNE, and this food stuff contains this cyanide, mercury, and the rest. And I'll be taking in. Hence, it turn out building up within my system and causes damage to some of my organs. Maybe I'll get cancer, kidney failure, heart conditions, and the rest. So let's all help to put an end to Galamsey. Share my video for others to get to understand what I am talking about so that we can put an end to Galamsey, so that we can save the land, we can save the environment, so that the environment can be conducive for the next generation coming. So let's all understand that the metals that is being used in Galamsey have toxic effect on our system, and not our system alone, to the aquatic life, to the plants and the rest. All these metals have a negative effect on ourselves, on aqua life, and the plants as a whole. And if the plants and this aquatic life will be taking in these metals and the rest, or absorbing these metals and the rest, and we tend to go and use it, we tend to use it, we tend to feed on them, then the metals end up within our system. Then hence it tends to cause damages to our body. Let's stop Galamsey now and save the land, the properties, the environment for the future generation. Say no to Galamsey.